hello, good evening. I'm Jean-Luc, and this is Nick, and you guys know us, we're the Wellness Warriors, and that's weird because there's a big wire right in front of you.
On the other side, Jean-Luc.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm trying to
Perfect. Let's fix
do
that.
that.
Yes.
Does that work? Excellent, excellent.
So we already have everybody joining on YouTube. So YouTube, you have the link for the Zoom room. On Facebook, I just pasted the link as well. So Rosie, everything is ready. You might have some people joining. We're already at 119 in Zoom.
Wow,
so
insane.
Again,
welcome everybody to our Sunday night live show with Jean-Luc and Nick, the Wellness Warriors. We actually have a very special co-host this evening, our lovely Antonetta from A Body with Antonetta. You guys will see her right here.
And before we actually introduce yourself, Antonetta, just give yourself a little background. Tell people about yourself.
Oh my God! Thank you so much, everybody. Welcome. This is fantastic. Before I dive into a little bit about me, Jean-Luc and Nick, you might need to mute yourself because I hear back. You might need to mute yourself. Yeah. Or there you go, because I can yes. So just before I touch into and share a little bit about myself. Can we take a second and really give thanks to the Wellness Warriors? Without them, come on, let's take a second to thank them. I mean, let's just analyze this for a second. Okay, so Jean-Luc and Nick have, I think it's almost, is it 2.5 years that you've been doing this? 2.5 years, I believe, almost 2 or 3 around that time. So many years, because I've known you since forever. So let's just take a second. So have you ever met 2 people that devote their time 24 hours a day to a community to help us in our wellness journey? It's just remarkable the amount of things that they do for us, the time and love that they put into things. Like who spends Christmas Day organizing a day full of activity for us that are by ourselves? I was one of them. For everyone that were not able to go to their families. Who does that? 2 angels on earth. And so on behalf, I'm going to speak for all of us, but I hope that's okay. But on behalf of all of us here on Zoom and YouTube and Facebook and across the whole world, we wanted to thank you for your endless devotion to us and being so selfless, right? So you guys just think about everyone else, and I just want to say thank you so much because you're like the connectors, right? You connect groups together and communities together. And without you, I wouldn't have met all these beautiful people. Without you, I wouldn't have stayed accountable in my own wellness journey. You inspire us every day. You give us the motivation. You give us the tools. You give us the tips and tricks, recipes. It's endless. So, one day I have a feeling. I don't have a feeling. I know that I'm going to open up my mailbox one day. And let it be God or your energy or whatever you believe in. There's going to be a check in my mailbox, and the check is going to be $500 million. I have a feeling that's the number. Someone somewhere is going to give me a check, however that is. It's going to come soon, and this is what I'm going to do with it. You guys are going to have a big chunk of it because that's the only way that I can repay you for saving my life and keeping me going. So thank you so much. But I think the day is going to come that I'm going to be so wouldn't it be great if I'd be the first person I see is Joe and Casey on my screen. So hi, Joe and Casey. I'd be what do you guys need? If someone said to you, how much do you need to whatever? They're I don't know, $100,000. And can you imagine if I wrote a check and just dropped it in their mailbox? That's the best way to do it. So this is the way to pay it forward. So that's what's going to happen. So hopefully that's what's going to do it. But yeah, that'll be fun. But thank you so much, Jean-Luc and Nick.
You know what, though, Antonetta? It's honestly really... It's every single one of us who have created this community because we've all met each other virtually through one another. That's how I look at it. And every single one of us has evolved because of each other. Yeah. We've learned so much from each other this past year, and we've learned so much about ourselves that as much as our last year, not this year, because 2021 is still very fresh and new, right? I think, you know what? I think that this pause was always needed We needed that pause.
Yes.
You know, and it made us realize where your true friends and your true people that love and people that understand each other get together.
I'm very
we
in
do this for a
clench
reason.
right now. I don't even know what to say. I'm
Yeah.
actually like about to cry. So it's just.
Mwah.
You're driving the bus.
We
So
love
you're
you.
just the passenger on your bus.
Oh,
Thank
it's-
you. I mean,
You know what?
It's a train. It's all of us on a
yeah,
train.
we're
It's
on the
just a-
Hogwarts Express heading
Yes.
to
to wellness land. To wellness land.
Everybody on here is not alone, right? That's
Nope.
the best feeling in the world. We're not alone. We all have each other. If there was ever an issue, I would just have to post it on social media. I'm like, hi everyone, I need help. And you know, and help would come. So to know that you're a part of a community that is there for everyone is just remarkable. Like when I wake up in the morning, I don't feel alone because I'm part of your community. I'm part of the circle. So I'm like,
We
oh,
feel the
man,
same
man,
way,
life is
'cause
great.
We feel the same way too, having everybody like Patricia posting her sayings every day. Like it's
all of you.
Everybody who's come together, Kim and Rosie and Melanie and Patricia for helping run the group, and everybody else who just submits their content.
We love seeing the
your
growth.
videos, and it's just amazing.
The growth out of other people creating their own groups and expanding this web of wellness and of positivity and of feeling good about who you are as a person. Like that's basically what I love seeing. I absolutely love seeing this because that's what's going to get this world in a better place.
Yeah, that's what I definitely
right?
believe in that.
That's what's going to get this world. Let's pay it forward, spread the love as much as we possibly can.
Yeah. So thanks so much, Antonetta.
That was awesome,
That was
Antonetta.
awesome.
So who are you, Antonetta?
Yeah, who are you,
Talk about
Antonetta?
you now.
Yeah, so I'm just a short little Italian chick. No, I'm just kidding. No, basically, yes. The girl with the red hair, that's what I'm going for.
Yeah.
But basically.
But you're amazing in your own right, so you're amazing in your own right. So you don't think you're just a short little redhead Italian girl. No, you're a force to be reckoned with yourself, with the positivity and the way you help people. So don't sell yourself short. So you are amazing as well.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So a little bit about me. Listen, a lot of people know me right now in this phase of my journey, and that's I'm a powerhouse in like activity. Like I do 40 classes a month. Like God, how did I get there? But no one really knows what my life was 4 years ago. Before, no one really knows that. And I was in a very really bad marriage, emotionally, mentally, a lot of like mental and emotional abuse. Like he would remind me every day that I wasn't good enough, and he would remind me every day that I wasn't worth it. And he would remind me every day that he was embarrassed of me because I would gain weight every year. And so when I got married in 2003, and then when I kicked him to the curb, just like diabetes in 2013, I had gained 160 pounds in 10 years.
Wow.
So I had gained 160 pounds in 10 years. I was in a very unhealthy relationship, and a lot of it was to do with that. And so I lost myself for 10 years. What does that mean? That means I avoided taking pictures of my nieces and nephews. I didn't go to family weddings. I didn't go to family reunions because in high school, I was like, like
social butterfly.
In high school. I was like a popular chick in high school, whatever that looked like, but I was present.
Yeah.
I wasn't hiding. You know what I mean? Like I loved high school. In high school, like I was 20 pounds lighter than I am now. Long curly blonde hair, like big hair. So
I need to see a picture of this one day.
We
One
want
day I want a
pictures.
picture of that.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Oh my God, it was so great. So at that point, if you saw friends 10 years later and you gained 160 pounds, you look totally different. So I really stopped living for 10 years. And so I lost a lot of myself in that 10 years. Like I used to love going swimming and I never did, and I never really did anything. So I just stayed in my house and I just gained more weight and became more unhealthy. So when that marriage ended in 2013, that was really hard because I used to be a princess. You know what I mean? Like I used to live in like a huge house, and I was financially okay because just two incomes together. Like I had like a garage door opener. I had like all these fun things, like
Right.
5 bedrooms, like whatever. It was a princess. So now I had to separate myself. And I'm like, oh my God, like this is insane. And it was a dramatic lifestyle change. I get myself in a condo because I'm like, I don't cut the grass. Like I'm not gonna worry about that. And so my life from living that type of lifestyle and then moving into a condo and my life totally changed. It was hard for 1 year. Like I was depressed for 1 year. Like it was really challenging. Like I had to park my car outside. Like so many different things happened to me. And I was embarrassed to where I was living, and more negativity came into my life. So that fast forward that I one weekend in 1 week I realized that I lost my eyesight. I lost my eyesight in 1 week. I went to the hospital. I was in the hospital for 3 days. I was like at the worst part of my life, period. And I became a full-blown diabetic. Now, what does that mean? Typically, your sugar level should be between 4 and 7. I walked into the emergency room at 33.
Wow.
And so my organs should have died. Yes. So I wasn't in a really bad state, mentally, physically, emotionally, like everything. It was just insane. Like total 360 change of life. Like it was just nuts.
And it's funny, Antonetta, because I've never actually heard this part of your story. Like we've heard bits and pieces because we've never really been, we've never had this discussion of your beginning. So even for me, it's shocking to hear the pieces that I was missing. I didn't know about the marriage. I had no clue. I had no clue.
I didn't know about the marriage, but the hospital piece right now is, I remember hearing about
that. I had no idea, so it's shocking to me to hear all this, so yeah.
Because the doctor that day, like, I don't know how you're here, like, you should have died, like, your organs are totally screwed. So, I'm like, okay. So, even being diagnosed as a diabetic back in 2014, I really didn't take control of my life because I wasn't mentally there yet. Like I was still having that negative self-talk in my head. Like I was still listening to him, telling me that I was an embarrassment to him and his family and my family, blah, 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 blah. So anyways, so this is the aha moment. This is what changed. And what changed was a friend of mine says to me, yo, Antonietta, that's how we talk to each other. She's like, she's like, do you want to join a weight loss program? Everybody knows on here because I'm a WWE coach as well. And I'm like, sure. She's like, because I want to get a free month. So can you sign up? So I said yes. So I signed up. And so from me saying yes at that point, it was the hardest day of my life and was the best day of my life. So I joined WW. I was able to, just by, with my changing of my eating habits, my mindset, including activity. So everybody gets afraid of the word exercise. Exercise, it was like, oh my God, I gotta do lifts, I gotta do weights. Oh my God, I gotta join a gym. Oh my God, I gotta do this. But my source of exercise was walking 20 minutes a day. That's all I did for a year and a half. 20 minutes a day, that's it. If you're looking at a chick that used to drive to church and church was across the street, me and walking to work.
We used to drive from each store in the same mall. We'd walk back to the car, drive to the next store, walk out, then walk in, drive to the next store. We would never walk the entire parking lot because that was too far. That was too hard.
No. Yeah, it's not happening. Walk. I'm like, I would drive to my mailbox. It was just like 2 seconds away. So like you're looking at someone that wasn't able to walk more than 20 minutes. 20 minutes for me was very, very challenging. You've heard me say before that I wasn't able to tie my shoes at one point. Fitting into a chair with arms were a challenge. And, and I was agitated because I had so much sugar in my body. I was just very unhealthy. Anyways, I was able to drop 141 pounds. And my goal, I lost a pregnant supermodel.
Yes, a pregnant supermodel. Yes, between the three of us, we've lost like.
Oh God, we lost the whole community.
Yeah, we lost like a team. 3 supermodels, 4.
But what people don't really know is that people automatically think I'm at goal. I'm not at goal. I am not. In my weight goal, I'm not at goal. I have 20 pounds to go. I haven't lost weight since June of 2018. So my body's like, yo, you gotta take it easy. Like everything, it's not.
Your body's happy where it's at right now.
No, I'm still not happy. Isn't that crazy?
No,
but your body.
You're
body,
not happy, but your body is completely happy right
Yes.
now. It's saying, I'm not moving for you.
It is, so it's staying like this. But I'm proud to say that I maintained my weight, and I'm good at that. But the biggest thing is that I can tie my shoes down. I can go up and down the stairs. Like I can pull stuff out of the closet and not try it on 50,000 times. I no longer own cardigans. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I no longer wear flip-flops. I wear like shoes with laces.
I no longer go to the store and find one shirt that fits me and buy every color because they fit.
Yeah.
Because that's how we used to dress ourselves.
Antonetta, you just made me think of something that I never realized before, but Jean-Luc used to be the king of sweaters. I always had to have a zipper sweater, a cardigan, a sweater.
I always had pillows on top of me.
I could never go out without a sweater.
I always
never.
had pillows.
So that's so funny. I never even thought about that.
It's
And
insane.
there's a lot of like, I'm not perfect. No one is. Everyone struggles every single day. And I remember one day, a couple, there are people on this planet that are not nice. And but I've learned that throughout my journey. And one lady says to me, she's like, why are you posting selfies every day? Like, I hate seeing you every day that you walked 5 kilometers. And I dimmed my light for 6 months. And do you know the reason why I took selfies every day? I'd be like, okay, I completed 5 kilometers. Number 1, I needed accountability because I was walking by myself. Number 2, I never took a picture of myself for 13 years. And now I'm doing selfies, so I'm doing it because I feel proud of myself.
You know what, Antonetta? He did the same thing to me. When I started losing weight, I started taking selfies, and he always laughed at me, saying, "You're like worse than a teenager." I don't do it anymore, but for the first while, I had never seen my face small. As a person who has been obese my entire life, I had never seen myself with a thin face. And so I was taking selfies because I was having an identity crisis And I now can know why I had an issue with that, because he was able to shed the weight and feel good with how he was looking, while I was shedding the weight and still did not like the way I looked. So it's very funny how everybody's journey is really different when it comes to that. And for you, it was this accountability of making you feel good that I did something. And I'm now able to feel proud of who I am. And for me, it was, I need to identify who I am, and for you, you just don't do it. Everybody's different.
So look at, again, all of us so different.
So it's funny how we judge other people's posts or how they do things, and sometimes you shouldn't. Just let, it happens to us too. Like people will be haters. So I'm pretty sure everyone on this chat tonight has one time had someone say a bad comment to what they've said. Sometimes people are just mean, and then you have to move on. And we're not the best at that, because believe me, we get hurt too.
We get hurt too.
But you have to move on, because otherwise you're just gonna. It's again looking at the 1 pound gain after a 90-pound loss.
Yeah.
Right? That 1 pound gain of one person saying something bad to the 90 other people that might have said something amazing to you, right?
And you said it right there in a sense. Everybody does them. You do you, right?
Yeah.
Like that's your famous saying, and I love that of you.
Yeah.
I had to go through these struggles in order for me to be where I am today. Because now, I try to, every day, my purpose in life is to ensure that everyone knows that they are worth it, and to ensure that everyone knows that they belong in a community, and that the no judgment's gotta go, because I judged myself for so long, and people judged me for so long, and I don't like it when other people judge each other. It really bothers me, and I don't like bullies. So it really bothers me because it touches a core inside, because I was bullied. So I was bullied and I was judged. And the no comparison. So comparison is a big thing, because when you compare yourself with other people in terms of even your journey, your wellness journey, that plays a lot of negative things in your head. Yeah. And you gotta be proud of where you are. And not give up. I quit WW when I didn't hit my 60-pound loss. Did you guys know that?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, I was at 58.6 pounds, and that week I was supposed to lose 1.4, because I would lose weight every week because of where I started. And that week I didn't hit my 60 pounds, and I put my shoes on and I left, and I quit. But the power of the community got me back in. And if I didn't go back in, I would have lost another 80 pounds.
The other 80.
You know, it's funny, Antonietta, because your story is so similar to so many we've heard from just visiting virtual workshops where people would join and they would struggle and they would quit. And we were the same story. Like, we would try, and for us it was because we didn't know back in the day if we supported each other with the things we each needed.
If we actually talked, like honestly, if we actually communicated, and sometimes communication between couples is not easy, between friends even. Like,
but yeah, we had to have a frank conversation. I had to be blunt with him. I've discussed it multiple times. I said to him, do you want to live alone? Do you want to be alone for the rest of your life at one point? Like, do you really need to die soon? Because I need your help. I've done this many years now, and I know what we need to do, and I need you to do it with me. And he said, okay, I'll do it. Because he was great. WW works for him. It works for everyone, but it works for him for just food limitations. It used to, maybe not anymore. But back in the day when we would join WW, Jean-Luc
I could change my food and follow the food and the points
and
lose weight without activity.
I would not lose weight.
Or with minor activity, I should say, because I still had to move.
And so we struggled with that. And so having those discussions with your family, your friends, your community who's doing this with you is why that's why Jana, we're always going to give Jana the props for that. The fifth WW pillar that we say is always community. Because if it wasn't for that, a lot of us would be gone. If you were doing this program, imagine, without all the Zooms, if you had just the app and that's all you had, do you think you would be as successful as you are right now? And that's why even our community that we've built, the Wellness Warriors, and the Body community, is the same sense. Is these communities that just try to help each other, be friendly, and just support each other because we're all going through the same thing.
Exactly.
And
we're all going through the same thing. Because I'm not better than you're not better.
No one's better than anybody.
Exactly.
So on that note, right now, let's get some celebrations out
in chat,
there.
so on Facebook, on YouTube, on Zoom, and Antonetta, you read the ones
on the Zoom
chat.
Read some out if you see anybody celebrating what they celebrated.
I'll do Facebook and you do YouTube.
Oh my God, it's going really fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God, look at all those celebrations.
So I've got YouTube here. Mel could look.
Do you have maintenance? Right here.
I lost 8 pounds. Oh my God, it's amazing. I'm down 4. Oh my God.
See, yeah, it's gonna go fast. It's zooming on there.
It's zooming on.
Valerie's down 0.7 here. Good job, Valerie, on Facebook.
We have Barbara down 1.5 this week too. Someone's back on track and down 4.1.
Melissa's down 0.8.
And again, don't forget, these are not just celebrating
non-scale
victories. Anything you are proud of.
Celebrate
anybody you are proud of. Celebrate other people.
Yeah.
It's so funny how sometimes we think celebrations mean we only celebrate ourselves, but celebrating other people really does empower you.
Lynn says 3 right here. Use barcode scanner. Did HIIT class this week.
Drink 100 ounces of water a day.
Wow. Meals. They're going so fast.
It's crazy. Well, that happens when you have 157 people in
I
a Zoom room right now.
That's insane. I noticed that. It's insane that we have that many people. I noticed it earlier.
And so we're going to talk a little bit about our week.
weight losses.
I don't know if you want to talk about your week at all, Antonetta, but we'll talk about ours because a lot of people saw our weigh-ins this week. Yeah, our weigh-in this week. So you both all know that I lost 10.4 pounds this week.
And I lost 10.6.
And again,
I want to caveat that with a little asterisk because we've been asked this question a lot on social media.
Yes. And people,
how did you guys lose 10
pounds?
pounds?
How did you do
it? What's the trick?
Give me your recipe. There's no trick.
We decided on December 24th to indulge. We stopped tracking. We indulge in extra foods we normally don't eat. We also daily, almost every dinner for that whole week.
We were supposed to exercise every single day during the holidays.
John hurt himself.
I hurt myself, so
we stopped working out. So by the time we finished the entire 2 weeks or the entire 2 weigh-ins, because it was actually like 8 days, we were up 15 pounds. From eating and not exercising. And we noticed that our faces, if you look at our last week's show, are round. We were full of water retention from all the food we were eating. So this week on Monday, we went straight back on track.
Yep. And we went back on track and we started pointing out our foods again. We started getting activity in, and we went slow. I did not do a high intensity activity all week. My leg was still hurting, but I was able to do stuff. So I did to my capability. We're not saying that we were shocked that we were both down that much weight this week.
We were.
It was not expected. No. It was not what we were intending.
To be honest, this has never happened for us.
Never.
Usually we usually don't lose that much after we come back from Christmas because usually what happens is we've told you guys this. Our pattern is we lose January to June, we maintain in the summer, we gain in the fall. So when we get to Christmas time, the weight we gain at Christmas, because we've been gaining a little bit throughout the entire fall and winter, when we get to January, we gain about 20, 30 pounds from our summer weight, and then we have to restart over each time. This year, we kept going all the way to Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Gained weight for 7 days, and it was indulgences, and then we came right back and fixed it. And we always tell you guys our 80-20 lifestyle.
And
that's our 80-20.
We will say this. This is not something that we are recommending
No,
people to
no.
do. This is not. This
It
is
works
what
for
we
us.
did, and we're not even saying
Yeah.
it works.
Yeah.
Because we don't know if we did this again if it would work the same
Exactly,
way.
exactly.
And it's something that we realized that we don't want to do
again.
again because it made us feel like crap.
We felt horrible those 7 days.
Those 7 days, and the
We-
food was delicious, but not worth the feeling.
Exactly. We would end each night with. And Jean-Luc had heartburn for the
For
first
the first,
time in
I
3
went
years.
and bought Pepto-Bismol, people, at the little corner store outside beside our condo.
Which we hadn't had for
I didn't
3
use
years.
it though.
He didn't
I
use
was
it.
I was like, I did not use it.
He used it was not a good feeling. So next year we're going to correct ourselves. This journey is about learning lessons. Every time you do something, a birthday, an event, a holiday, you learn a lesson from that holiday. Don't get mad at yourself. Learn the lesson so that next time you can, I remember I did this last year. Write yourself notes right now. Christmas is fresh in your mind. New Year's is fresh. Write yourself notes for next year. Put it in a calendar that December 1st next year, you get a reminder. These are your memories.
I'm reminding myself to watch this live show next year, a week before Christmas.
To
so I
remember.
remember what I just said right now, that we will not be indulging the same way next year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Antonetta, how was your week this week? What are
My
you?
week was good.
Are you celebrating? Are you like what?
The one thing I'm celebrating is that I kept drinking my water because
Awesome.
it's been a very busy week, and it was like crazy. But I woke up every day with a smile. I went to bed every day with a smile. I gave thanks that I'm living the best life that I possibly can, and I'm just grateful that I'm part of a community that is just simply awesome.
Oh, I love it.
That's my non-stoic.
And
That's
we
fantastic.
also missed a little bit that happened. There was also an announcement on Monday that happened between the three of us.
Yeah, because I know there's a lot of people in here that are.
That also was announced this week.
So it's like all of a sudden the three of us are together and we're now activating something different and something new.
we've been doing this on Zoom a lot, so.
So basically, what did we announce on Monday that Antonetta and Jean-Luc and Nick and the A Body and a Wellness Warriors are coming together, and we've now created a new, I don't know,
a trifecta.
a trifecta, something called the Power of Three. And
So just to give a heads up to everyone, because nothing is changing. Our Zoom sessions every Sunday are remaining the same. Our Facebook chats
Are going to WW workshops.
workshop visits, our videos, our recipes, everything we've been doing up to this point is remaining the same. But we're expanding. We've wanted to do other things, other projects, recipe books, merchandising, and all these things require us to expand our base. So we're trying to do new things. And so this retreat that we're creating with Antonetta.
Yeah, she's the one that reached out to us. And
Well,
said,
and yeah, Antonetta, how did it come up
Yeah,
with you?
how did
You
it-
kind of came up with the idea, so.
Oh my God. It just came up like that. It wasn't crazy, but we've been talking to each other for so many days now. What was the reason why we just talked at the beginning?
It was during Christmas when we asked you to do a body for us
Yes.
on Christmas
on
Day.
Christmas Day.
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about Christmas Day.
And then we were chatting and you said you had an idea about doing an event like this. And we said, we've had an idea of doing an event like this. We were actually going to do one in person in 2020. That was our plan.
Yes.
But COVID.
Yeah. So I wanted to. Yeah. So we talked about doing something together because our own personal experiences and what we've gone through. We've gone through hell and back, all three of us together. We've survived a couple things. We've overcome things, and we wanted to share with all of you and how we've done it. Give you tips and tricks and stuff like that. So we thought, hey, why can't we just do a virtual weekend retreat? And wouldn't it be fun if we just got together and we talked about different conversations that we thought was vital for us to refocus, reignite, and remodel our 2021 life?
Exactly, and that's exactly it. So we're so excited that Antonetta was willing and wanting to work with us, and we, of course, want to work with Antonetta because she gives off such a positive energy and such positive vibes, and she makes you feel good. Like, you just have to look at her and you put a smile on my face. It's insane what you do to me and what you do to all these other people in this room, those who know you for sure.
So for anybody who's looking for information about the retreat, send us an email, www.gays@gmail.com, or message us on any social media. If you have questions,
or
message it to Antonetta as well. The weekend retreat is happening the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th of January. There is a cost associated, so it's $55 Canadian to participate. The link to get all that, so Rosie, thank you. Rosie posted the email in chat on Zoom for anybody who needs it. And it's basically Antonetta, ourselves. We're also having a guest speaker. Kieran is going to be helping us on the Friday. So it's basically Friday is going to be meet and greet. Saturday is going to be some discussions about specific topics about, healthy, just thinking about your brain in a healthy way, positive thinking.
And we do also want to make sure you all realize this is not WW information, so there will not be
This is Power of 3.
This is Power of 3.
It's very different. It's not going to be what you expect. It's going to be, it's going to be something very different.
Everybody will get like a workbook. There's going to be there's going to be content that you will also receive.
Yeah.
So there's 4 conversations. The first one is, turn off the noise. The second one is talk a positive talk, like how to positive talk. Saying yes, and then feed your joy. And that's through Kieran.
Yeah.
So she's like a speaker. So that's what's happening.
And one thing that we're very proud of, this will be actually one of our first events that will be accessible. We actually will have sign language interpreters at this event. We will also have closed captioning at the event. So please, if you guys know anyone that's interested, one of the favors we ask you guys is tomorrow I will be posting the event again. Even if you can't attend, even if you just want to help us out, please share the posts. This is our first thing trying it out, and
do not feel hurt if you cannot attend or feel like this is going to be one check against you. Because,
no.
Those are thoughts people do have in their mind. They're like, they're not going to like me anymore if I can't go. This is not that type of, we are not those type of people. No. We completely understand everybody's situation is different.
And like we said, nothing we're already doing is not going away. We will still be here on chat. We will still talk to you guys. And our plan is, if this goes well, maybe in the future,
Well, didn't we just say here's something about Antonetta saying all-inclusive resorts? And how cool would it be to have like some seminars and some conversations
with some palm trees and
a Mai Tai.
Not as a virtual background.
No, not the background that you can put your hand through or you disappear as a ghost, right?
So like this is a precursor to see if this is something we can do in the future in person with all of you as well. So again, just share the event for us, and we greatly appreciate if you share the post.
Her coconuts.
I know. Everybody's, and I saw her. She's doing it again.
And then Carol said, "Dancing to Neil Diamond." She's dancing to Neil Diamond. I love it.
And Charlotte, Heather, yes. It would be eventually on a cruise, but we're thinking first as all-inclusive and eventually expanding to different locations. So it's not. This is a full idea that Antonetta. We even had an idea of doing some visits in Canada. Who knows? Cross-country Canada visits, right, Antonetta?
Yes, it's not a who knows. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. It's just figuring out when it's gonna happen. When we can all travel safely, right?
So.
I got some good news last week, actually, that I forgot to mention. My dad got his first shot, shot
at his home,
in the nursing home. So I was really pleased to hear
about that. And there's no cases inside his nursing home, which is amazing.
So I was so excited to hear about that. That just made my day last week, and it was cool. And
I'm sure a lot of people out there are thinking about this because everything that's been going on out there. So hopefully everyone's getting the help they need.
The help they need, and being safe and being smart, because this is so important. You know what? We need to be healthy and keep healthy, because that's the most important part right now.
Yeah.
So let's raise some hands. Let's talk to people.
Yeah. So you want to give another? We also have some stuff that we came out this week. So we'll just finish with a few more updates of the week. So one thing is, a video came out yesterday. Our favorite things, flat out raps. That was filmed March 11th, 2020. So it's funny because people have been messaging on that video, and I don't think some people know it was filmed so old ago. So someone's messaged today on the video going, asking us a question like, I don't remember the exact question.
I think they're wearing this shirt in that video.
Yeah, but the question they asked was something about almost like yesterday. Did you guys do this yesterday? And it's like, no, this was filmed like months ago. It's just funny in the comments we've been getting on it. And again, all the videos coming out in the next few weeks are going to be old. And you're gonna see some old costumes, some summer outfits. You'll also see, we also realized this week that there was a video supposed to come out this Saturday called, it was supposed to be a recipe for butternut squash ravioli. But we missed a part of the recipe.
We kind of forgot to stuff the ravioli.
We filmed the parts. So we have to refilm a part of the recipe. So when you guys see it eventually, you'll see the original and you'll see us film. We bought butternut squashes to make a small batch of it. So again, these are all old videos right now, guys. We're trying to clear out all the old stuff because we want to change all our lingo to say wellness warriors. We want to start taking on our What's the Tip series. We want to keep going with that one. We have an idea.
We also are trying to get all of our videos to be captioned now as well.
Yes.
We worked on trying to get Saturday's caption for a way. It did not work. I found better captioning system, so it's on the way.
And the new series coming out soon. We're going to announce it now on January 30th. The
31st.
first January 30th.
Is it the Sunday?
Saturday.
Oh, sorry.
The first video of Have We Met is a new series where we are interviewing other people who have changed their life. And so on January 30th, a video will come out with an interview of this person. And the following day, January 31st, on Zoom, she will be here to take your questions live. So this is a new series we are trying to start. We actually have 2 people already lined up for interviews.
We have another interview filming next Sunday, and then another one coming up that I just spoke with someone 2 days ago.
So we are accepting people who want to share their story. So if you are interested in being on one of these, send us an email. Tell us why you want to be on. Tell us your story. Of course, we're going to be doing these randomly. We're not sure it's based on people's availability and all that.
Yeah.
But that's one of the other series coming out. We're working on all new stuff for you guys. We're always trying to reinvent and bring new stuff. So.
Well, because we don't want it just to be about us anymore. You
We want
guys
it to be
know
about
who
you
we are.
guys.
We'll always talk about us because you know we do. But we want it to be about other
He
people
never stops
as well,
talking.
right? Oh yeah, that's a first. Yeah, I always.
I got it first.
Okay.
I got it first.
What else do we want to talk about before
I think that's it. We did workshop visits. They were great. We got some good,
goodness.
sayings this week.
Did you see the Control-Alt-Delete that Lynn posted this week? I was in a workshop, today, and yesterday or today, whenever she posted it, and I went, okay, you have to listen to this. Like, it's so funny how sometimes words and terms that we use daily, and they can be applied to our journey so often, and we don't do it. And we don't think of it. So it's so awesome that you posted that, because I really love that whole concept.
So did you actually share it though?
No, I've never shared. I didn't share it out loud. So the Control-Alt-Delete, go for it, honey.
So control is control. You know Control-Alt is on the computer, right? So control is control yourself. Alt is alter your thinking, and delete is delete negativity.
Or as I like to call her, I name my negativity Negadiva.
Negadiva's gone. And also, I want to shout out to Dana, one of the coaches in Florida, Stuart, Florida, who has a cute buttercup. She has a donkey.
She has a donkey, and she lives on a farm.
Yeah,
she has a pet goat
called
like that sleeps beside her Buttercup during her workshop.
Yeah, she shows during her workshop. So if you want to look for her, Stuart, Florida. Her name is Dana. She has a little, go see her because Buttercup is adorable. So she's also on Instagram.
She's also on Instagram, and she posts a lot about her animals. It's amazing.
We also wanted to share.
She said,
don't just
don't just exist, live.
So which really hit us.
Oh yeah, phenomenal words.
Because we used to exist.
Yes.
We used to be the guys who sat on the couch and ate, slept, and went to work, and then did nothing else all day.
And we didn't live.
We didn't live. We just sat and existed. Now we live. And even today, we were very busy all day today. We have not stopped. We actually have only had about a 30-minute break all day today. We've been on the go every hour. But I'm not exhausted. I'm actually okay because you know what? I was active.
Yeah.
I walked around. I was not sedentary. If I would have sat down, I would have been exhausted all day.
But what's really funny too is we did sit for a while because we were talking, but because our brains were active and we were constantly conversing or constantly thinking of something, it did make us feel lethargic and tired.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Another great saying that someone mentioned, again, I love sharing these because I really think they're impactful, was, Toby said, it was in another US workshop, don't trip over what's behind you.
Don't trip
over what's behind you. Think of how powerful those words are.
Don't look at that what you did yesterday to trip you up. Just move forward. Keep going. Don't look behind to trip you up. That's so key.
Looking behind you is important, but don't trip over it.
Yeah.
Don't make that don't fall again, because you've already fallen.
Yeah.
Learn from that fall and move forward from it. I love that saying. I was like, wow, that was phenomenal.
And something else that was shared in a workshop, but I'm not going to share a name, but someone explained and we want to explain the difference between being vulnerable and being weak. Someone on a workshop this week shared something, a story, and she didn't want to share it because she thought she'd be weak. And if that's not being weak, that's being vulnerable. Being weak is not saying anything at all. Sharing yourself and sharing your stories in these Zoom chats with other people. If you're on our group and you're struggling, you share a post, people will be there to help you. That's not being weak. That's actually being strong.
Yeah.
You're actually looking for help. You're looking to do something. So don't think that that's being weak. You're just being vulnerable, which is okay. Sometimes you need to go through that vulnerability to get to where you need to go. We had to be vulnerable.
Definitely.
Some things that we've shared on our channel, we never thought we would share. The fact that I used to eat boxes of pasta and hide it from him by hiding a box under and wash all the dishes so he would know I ate a box of pasta. Our skin. We did a video showing our extra loose skin. All these things, taking pictures without our shirts on. All these things are still uncomfortable for us, but we do it because we're being vulnerable so that you guys can see that we are also going through this.
Yes,
right?
definitely.
Yeah, so,
and then the one more thing too is difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations.
Again, like all of these, like we write them down and
because they hit home
like crazy. Like it's insane. Like it's also like we see our journeys in all these quotes.
Definitely.
We understand these. We understand what these mean now because we've gone through so much stuff. Like Antonetta, you said, right? You said it. We've all walked the walk of being bullied, having gaining weight, and not being able to figure out what to do, quitting multiple times, and giving up on ourselves, and
And it takes. And someone here said Rennie said it takes strength to be vulnerable, and it does. It takes a lot of strength. There was a question on Zoom that someone asked about our emails. And yes, Nick and Jean-Luc are the only two people that have access to our Gmail account. We read all of the emails
It might take a while to respond. Like yesterday, I responded to all the emails we've gotten since Christmas. So it might take a week or two, but we have a lot of emails. So that's why it takes a while. But we try to respond to every single person that's out there because you guys take the time to write to us. So we take the time to reply back.
So let's get some hands up. I want to talk to some people.
Yes, and if you guys have questions for
Antonetta, for
please.
us, if you guys want to talk about anything, raise your hands. We'll try to get a few people in before the show ends, before 8
And so Rosie will see the hands up, and you can just pick anyone, random, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If you want to.
If you want to spotlight them with us, so we know who we're talking to, that might help too. If you're able to do that.
Yes.
If you feel obliged. And
Rosie's on a training course today. You can unmute yourself, Rosie. You can be part of the conversation.
She's like, I don't even know how to unmute myself right now.
Sorry.
No problem.
Okay, I'm just getting used to this. Sorry.
It's okay, hon.
You're doing fantastic.
Everybody hands up for Rosie, please, because she does this for us every week.
I believe I just unmuted Janet.
Hi, Janet.
Hi guys, hi Antonetta, hi everybody. Look at this, this is cool. So, first what I want to say is about the rearview mirror in your car. The rearview mirror is smaller than your front mirror because the rearview mirror is what's in your past. So I wanted to add that first. Two more quick things, and then I'll make this quick, I promise. I did try your cheese sticks, however, I modified it. I screwed it up a little bit because I didn't put them in the air fryer. I ended up putting them in the oven with the chicken. So then I have melted cheese stuck to the aluminum foil in the oven. They were still wicked good. It was burned as hell, but they were still amazing. So next time I will do it in the air fryer.
Janet, I don't want to interrupt you, but so funny. Another person tried our cheese sticks as well. I hope so. I won't share any names, but she sent us a picture and said, I kind of did a mess up, and instead of like breading them, I breaded the cheese stick with the panko and then wrapped it in the wonton wrapper and then fried it. And then baked it.
She said it was still good.
So the insides were, everything that was supposed to be on the outside was on the inside, and she's like, I'm going to redo them though, I promise. But
we've had a lot of people try them, so if you guys have tried them.
I did take a picture as I'm eating it because I thought it cooled off a little bit, and I burnt my mouth because of the cheese, but oh well. And I just want to say I actually got my peddler in the other day. So yesterday, yesterday and today, I think I did, well, I did an hour and a half both days on the peddler because I haven't, you know, that's the one thing I miss is about not going to the gym is like riding a bike. So I did an hour and a half yesterday because I figured if I'm going to be going to workshops, like weekends I do a lot of workshop, and it's actually nice to see so many people that you see at one workshop and then you see them at the next workshop, and it's an amazing thing. So yesterday and today I rode my peddler for an hour and a half.
That's amazing. You go,
my
girl.
My knees felt good before. My knees feel amazing
That's
these
awesome.
2 days.
That's
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I love hearing that.
Yeah.
I love hearing that. That's just so phenomenal because you know what? When you feel good after you do an activity, that just makes it even, makes you want to do it more.
Yeah,
Makes you want to do it more.
And I usually I would get my 10 or 11,000 steps in real quick, and then I would put my pajamas on. I don't care if it was 2 o'clock in the afternoon, which is why I don't do Antonetta's evening classes because I'm in my pajamas.
You're too cute.
But there's a lot of wonderful Canadians that I'm in a Fitbit challenge with. So that was really great. My pajamas this whole weekend didn't go on until after 4 o'clock.
Hey!
And Janet, I want to thank you.
And we want to thank
because
you.
we got your gift in the mail.
Finally,
And
oh my God, I mailed that December 7th.
We just got it this week.
And we love the card. If anybody sees this.
Oh my goodness, it's hilarious.
It's a little.
I saw the card. I saw the card. I said, oh my God.
It says,
would you
look
at
at-
that?
Would
So
you
it's
look
two
at-
snowmen, a man and a woman snowman in the top saying, would you look at what they're making a baby right
in the front yard. It's disgraceful.
And it's two other snowmen making a baby snowman in the front yard.
I
It's
thought
so...
that card was this like, I saw that card. That was like, I didn't even read like 20 cards. I picked up the first card. I'm like, oh my God, this is so perfect for them. I have to get this. It's actually a clean, dirty card.
It's so
And
awesome.
thank you for the spices again.
You're welcome.
Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much.
Love you, Janet.
Love you,
Love you
Janet.
all too.
Love you, Janet.
Love you all. Thank you.
Mwah.
So before we go to the next person, I did want to give a shout out to Joan Green. She's a coach from Nanaimo, and she actually sent us a Christmas card. So thank you so much,
for the
Joan.
Christmas card.
Like we're still getting a few cards, so we're for sure going to try to share them, but even though it's after Christmas. But thank you so much. Like we just can't believe that. We got another card in the mail. So is there anybody else, Rosie, that we can chat with next?
You're muted. And then we don't have Antonetta spotlighted.
Yeah, sorry, I
No worries.
screwed up and clicked wrong in answering a request.
That's okay.
You're all good.
Woo woo, Rosie.
No, I only couldn't even spotlighting, but Carol Ann, I'm gonna get Carol Ann. She's on the list here, so I'm
Perfect.
going to Carol Ann. Ask to unmute.
You're amazing, Rosie.
Here we go. I'm doing
Yeah,
that.
you are amazing, Rosie. I
Hey.
love your videos.
We actually we sprung.
Hi, it's Carol Ann. I'm in Parksville on Vancouver Island. And so I just really, I'm an online member because of financial things and whatever. But I just want to just thank everybody for just all your posts, all your recipes, all your tips. And this year I started to open up a little bit more about my wellness journey on my regular Facebook and Instagram accounts. And I am just floored at the number of people who are my quote friends on those other social medias are actually struggling with the same problem that we all have, and just about our relationship with food and so on and so on. And I've started posting some of your recipes. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, please.
To some of those folks, and they're just like, wow, we didn't know we could do that with Greek yogurt.
Isn't that
We
amazing?
didn't know.
That's awesome.
And through Connect, there's a gal who does a lot of baking. Barbie B1, I think is her handle.
Yes.
and it's 1 point muffins, right? And those were like a game changer for me. So I've been posting those recipes too. So I think I was kind of living like a dual life on social media, where I was like more active on your stuff than I was on my regular stuff. And I just thought, no, you know what? I want to live openly and share my stuff and my problem and whatever. It's not even a problem now, because it's a joy to be able to take care of myself now. So just thank you to everybody on this in this group.
Carol,
I just want to
that
give you.
was amazing.
Yeah.
And kudos for you for just opening up like that and giving out one of the biggest NSVs you could have ever gotten, was the fact that you are saying, this is my life. I don't need to be different on WW with my WW people that I need to be different with my other friends. Because like you said, everybody struggles. And no matter what we do, help is help. And a recipe is a recipe. So it's fantastic that, and feel free to share anything you want. We love it, and we think this community is exactly what it is. It's building foundations for a healthy life.
That's right, absolutely. So thank you.
You're so welcome.
And I want to also share something that Carol also said right there that kind of hit me a little bit, because we almost also never share. We said this before, we've been very vocal about this, that we almost never shared our journey. When we started, we were worried people were going to judge us. If we posted on Facebook again that we're trying to lose weight for the 6th time, what are they going to tell us say again? Oh, there they go again. They're trying another time. They're probably going to try again. Lose 30 pounds and gain it all back anyways. Ha 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 ha. That's the mindset we had. And so we didn't share anything because we thought people would laugh at us. It wasn't until we lost 50 pounds that really started opening what was happening, because people started noticing. And then people around us started saying, oh wow, look what you did. What did you do? Oh, we joined Weight Watchers. Oh, I'll join too. His cousins lost weight. My aunts lost weight. My sister, my mom didn't follow WW, but my mom followed, and my sister either. But they listened to some of the stuff we said, and they kind of glommed onto like the 0 point food topics and all that stuff. They kind of listened to what we were saying, and so they started learning, and it's also changing a bit what they're doing. And so, if you want your circle of friends, your family to be happy and healthy and be with you forever, and you feel like you can share your journey, do it.
Yes.
You don't know who you will save and whose life you'll change.
And it's funny. You probably had that moment, Carol, where you finally said, I feel confident enough in my journey to be able to do this, right? Because it's not going to happen overnight. It takes time for you to feel confident enough in saying, you know what, this is who I am now. This is what I want to share.
Antonetta, I think you have kind of a similar story too, right? About sharing your full story.
Oh yeah, like it was hard for me. Like it was very challenging for me, because it's overwhelming, because you lived a life of embarrassment for such a long time, and now to be vulnerable, it's hard. Like, you know, even sharing that I have loose skin, like I have excess skin, and it's hard. Like it's hard to share that, and it's hard to, you know, it's very, very challenging. It's depending on the company that you're with. You know what I mean? Like, obviously this is a very safe environment, but like even sharing it on people that you don't know, it's hard. But however, Carol, I gotta tell you this: once you share, you feel so empowered, because you're so So sharing is caring, number one, and number two, keep sharing your story, because number one, it empowers you, and number two, you never know how it's gonna empower them to take their actions. So
you might become that person's aha moment, where they say, wow, and then they change their life, and now they thank you forever. We shared in a workshop today. Dana asked us a question today saying, if you guys had one thing that you took away from this, you know, like what's the one payment that you guys get out of this? And we shared just 2 stories that really impacted us. When we went to Stouffville last year in person, one member walked up to us, she's from Ajax, and she said, I saw you last year, I could barely walk. Because of you guys, I can walk again. Thank you. And that right there is payment. And then the week after, we were in Mississauga at our first location, Battleford, and the lady walked up to us and said, I lost 100 pounds because of you guys. You were here last year, you inspired me so much, I lost 100 pounds. That's why we do this, because that's what feeds us. That's what we enjoy doing this for so much. That's why we love doing our videos. And not just that, it keeps us thin. I won't lie. Doing all this extra work, right, Antonetta? It keeps us thin.
I do what I do because it keeps me accountable.
Well, and why do you guys think we set up ourselves in the dining room like we are now? It's forcing us to stand up for this hour more.
No more sitting.
No more sitting.
Carol's
like, maybe I should stand.
Thank you so much,
for sharing, Carol.
Drink some water.
Corn. Right, corn.
That's been a while.
For those who don't know, we used to have a drinking game on our show where if we said the word corn, you guys take a sip of water. So we'll bring it back tonight. Corn.
As the show ends, it's like
the end of the show. We'll bring it back next week. It's back in.
So
let's back in style.
Well, we actually correct. We were going to do a generalized water drinking game. It just corn was the most frequent one that was.
Exactly.
Yeah,
we need to figure out
a new word.
A new word.
Maybe like positive or positivity or something like that. Or our names.
Yeah, Jean-Luc and Nick.
Whenever our names are said, wow, that'll be a lot of water.
So do you want to speak to one more person and then we will?
I think we should probably wrap up because we have a lot of stuff.
So everybody with their hands up.
We will talk to you guys right after the show. So stay on Zoom. And then we're going to end the show on Facebook and YouTube, so we stay on time, and we always try to stay on time. So a few announcements. So tomorrow, well, first of all, tomorrow we are joining a body. Tomorrow night, we are actually going to be doing a body at 6:30 with Antonetta. So if you guys are body members, join us. We'll be there. We'll also be talking a bit about the Power 3 event as well at the beginning of that class, right, Antonetta? We said to...
Yeah, and if you're not a member, just message me and I'll send you a complimentary link.
There you go. Just send her a
Awesome.
message. If you don't know her email, send us an email. We'll get your name to her so that you guys can get. So
Actually, even if you want to post something in our group,
just our group if you want.
To let people know.
Yeah, that works
Perfect.
too. So then on Tuesday, we're actually going to go live on Facebook. We're going to be live with Antonetta on Facebook, and then on Friday we're going live again on Instagram. So we're going to be talking a lot this week because. We have an event coming up, so we want to chat about it. We want to tell you guys more pieces and more tidbits of what's happening. So every time we're going to reveal something new. So watch us, this week to see us coming on. We're also doing some workshop visits. Not too many this week. We're actually taking a little break for the weekdays because we're a little busy. So on Wednesday.
On Wednesday we're going to be in Pickering, Ontario. And then on Saturday we're in Fredericton, Ontario.
Fredericton, New Brunswick.
Sorry, Fredericton, Ontario.
New Brunswick. Fredericton, New Brunswick. Willow Bend, Texas. Birmingham, Alabama. And Lafayette, Louisiana.
And then on Sunday we'll be in Baldwin, New York. Greenville, South Carolina.
Vacaville,
California. And El Cerrito, California.
With Martha. So, Martha. So we're excited about our workshop visits. We love doing them. To be honest, guys, this week was a lot of new locations. And it's funny going back to places that don't know you yet. It's really funny going back to coaches that have not met us.
Or like I said, a coach that we popped in today and she's like, don't we have to request you guys to come see us? It was so cute.
And we're like, no, we
She's like, well, I thought we had to request you. We're like,
no,
we're
doing random ones now. So, but again, if you want to request, you can still request us because we're still going to do. We're going to be putting in requested visits with new locations intermittently. So please, if you want us to visit, send us an email again, www.gays@gmail.com.
If you're not part of our Wellness Warrior Peeps group, please check us out on Facebook. You can join that group. We also have a Wellness Warrior Facebook page. You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, TikTok, Connect. @ the WWGays.
At the WWGays, you'll find us everywhere. Our website is www.gays.com. For our recipes, it's www.gays.com/recipes. And our P.O. Box
is P.O. Box 91152, Bayview Village, Willowdale, Ontario, M2K2Y2.
And Antonetta, you want to share a bit of your information as well so people can follow you on Instagram, on whatever your platforms everywhere?
It's everywhere is a body with Antonetta.
So ABOTTI. So ABOTTI with Antonetta. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and just message me on Facebook. Private message me, and I will respond. But my classes are Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, and then I do a body boost. So it's a higher intensity Tuesday morning at 6:30 and Thursday at 7:30. But if you email me or message me, I'll send you all the details. And if you've never tried a class, I'll hook you up with a couple of complimentary links. I know a few people. So.
I think you know the CEO, right?
I think you know her.
I think I know the CEO.
Oh, okay. You know people. So again, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Antonetta, for being on with us tonight. And we're looking forward to the event again. Thank you for asking us.
And we already want to thank for those people who've already signed up already. We have
think about over 60 people now
who have signed up right now, which is phenomenal.
And we have so many ideas, guys. We were today thinking of games we can do, some different discussions we're gonna have with you guys, some activities in our activity book that we're gonna make for you guys. It's gonna be a fun weekend. So if you guys can come, then we'll see you then.
Yeah. So bye Facebook,
bye
YouTube, and we'll see you guys in just a few minutes. Zoom.
Oh my God, look at that.
I know these kitties are adorable right now. I always forget which button it is.
End.
Okay.